I've got something to disclose to you. I have a goal this year. Full disclosure, I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. For the first time in 20 years, Steven Spielberg is back with an alien sci-fi adventure. And that is Disclosure Day. Just a heads up, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so you don't have to worry. The premise is pretty straightforward. It follows two unlikely people who discover evidence that could prove humanity isn't alone in the universe. And this is all happening while they're hunted down by an organization that wants to keep the truth hidden. Now, I get with this premise, organization, conspiracy, trying to keep the truth hidden, might sound like something we've seen before, but first, let's just answer the question. Was it good? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was very good, which was really refreshing to me after seeing Scary Movie 6 2 days ago, which was not good. So before seeing this movie, I was not as excited as everybody else. People kept asking me, Zach, have you heard about this new Steven Spielberg alien movie? Like, it looks like it might be one of the best movies of the year. And I mean, I was excited enough because I just love Steven Spielberg, but I don't know, I just didn't really catch my attention. Well, it should have. And in the first 15 minutes of the movie, I was like, this is all right, but I'm still not sure. But it started here and just kept going, which is what a great movie should do. It didn't start out bad, but it just escalated throughout the whole movie. I feel like a lot of movies nowadays either start out on a certain plane and just stay there, or slowly decline throughout the film. After watching it, I realized how good the beginning was. It didn't have half the movie being a build-up to explain everything. It just starts out, boom, we're already in it, things are going on, and they just explain slight pieces throughout the movie so you get the whole puzzle by the end. And I've just missed sci-fi movies like this. I feel like the biggest sci-fi movies nowadays are Marvel, DC type films, but it was so nice to get something that was actually suspenseful, thrilling, and just, I guess, deeper. As for the cast, we have some great people in here. We've got Emily Blunt and Colin Firth in two of the lead roles. But what I liked is we also had people that I had never heard of or seen in lead roles. Like Eve Houston as Jane, Josh O'Connor as Daniel. And I feel like nowadays I'm just seeing the same stars over and over. And yeah, we do have Emily Blunt, but the cast I didn't recognize weren't side characters. They were right in there and they did so good. And also for Emily Blunt, it wasn't the same old thing she's done where it's either an action series star or kind of that comedy piece, but she's just very, I guess, kind of zany and quirky in this movie, but still kept that suspense. And Colin Firth, usually I feel like he's the dreamy English gentleman, or he's a serious, suave James Bond figure like from Kingsman. But in this one, he plays almost the villain type role and did a really good job. Like, I remember watching it just thinking, dude, I do not like you, but I also understand your stress and anxiety throughout all this. And then Coleman Domingo. This guy has moved up my radar so much the past few years. I mean, he was in The Running Man last year. I just saw him in Michael, and now here. And in all those movies, he plays very different roles and nails them every time. He's kind of like the calming presence in this movie, I feel like. When everyone's like, oh, what do we do? Is there aliens? He's just like, hey, guys, it's going to be okay. And I was in the theater going, dang right it is, Coleman. You dang right it is. Something else I really liked about it, too, is we've gotten plenty of the humans versus aliens are bad, trying to kill us, fight back, which I love those. I mean, there's a time and place, but I like that this one went deeper than that and portrayed the humans as being on both sides. You've got the good and the bad, and the aliens are just kind of in the background. Like, you'll just have to watch it. Oh, one more cast member that actually brought the comedy to the film, and this is a movie that doesn't have much comedy, but Wyatt Russell was in this movie, and I had no idea. I don't think I ever saw him in any trailer. He was so funny in this movie, but it wasn't like forced funny humor, like his character in Thunderbolts. It was just his response to Emily Blunt's character being so quirky and weird, and all this stuff's happening to her, and him just going, the freak's going on, which is a totally fair reaction. The number one thing, though, that sold me on this film was the messages. And oftentimes, I'm simple. I just want to be entertained. That's why I love the first Transformers. But this one entertained and delivered a powerful message. I think the fact that it's more of a grounded sci-fi film where it's still sci-fi but not crazy over-the-top galactic war helped with that. And some of the messages were, is it moral to disclose information to the whole world? Because it can affect the world. It'll affect how people view things. It can rock society as we know it. Is that the right thing to do? Or is it better to keep it sealed up, to let people just believe a certain way, to keep the peace? And the answer feels simple, right? But the movie does make you think and get kind of stressed for both sides. And then the other message I liked was just the message of empathy. We see the world in a state of collapse. World War III is basically on the brink, and they just push these messages of empathy and understanding and slowing down. And I love that because I think we could use that a lot in our day. And so often in film, oftentimes the message is good, bad, kill something we don't understand, or ah. And in this one, it was really trying to get to the point of, hey, let's just be good people, no matter where the life comes from. It's just a nice feeling to think that in a situation like this, hopefully the world would do the right thing. You know, it's a happy thought. Not saying it's realistic, but I'd like to believe it. You know, we get our movies like Alien Romulus, War of the Worlds, and those are awesome for entertainment. But this movie, to me, was important for entertainment. And then the finale was so good, it just gave me goosebumps. I was watching it, and it made me feel like I was there, going through the experiences that the characters were. And I'm like, if this was really happening, holy cow. And I literally was in my seat just getting chills. The only thing, this movie was awesome. It's hard to figure out what to critique. The only thing was they had some CGI animals to represent things, and they didn't look bad, but they just looked off. And maybe that's the point, but I feel like in today's day, and with how good the rest of the movie looked, ow, my hair is caught. I just feel like it could have looked visually better. And then they have a girl who was a real actress, but then there's parts that they CGI'd, which I don't really get why. Once again, maybe it's an artistic choice. I don't always pick up on those things, but it just looks kind of like robotic, video gamey when they do layer CGI over her. Now, I was looking it up to see what other people were complaining about, and the biggest complaint seemed to be pacing, clunky writing, and an ending that doesn't answer enough questions. Even the critics who didn't love the movie still praised Emily Blunt, Spielberg's direction, and some of the film's biggest set pieces, which, yeah, I should have mentioned that. Sets were awesome, very grounded. But I disagree with all these critiques. I thought it was fantastic, and the fact that the finale was so good, even though the reveal was already basically done halfway through the movie, you'd think the finale couldn't be as impactful, but it was. And to me, that's what it shows. It's a great movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat, even though a lot of the mystery's already been figured out. Either way, guys, if you're into sci-fi, I would not miss this film. It was fun. It was good. It had great lessons. It wasn't a heart-wrenching movie like Project Hail Mary, but it was a mind-wrenching movie that just, makes you think of how you'd react to certain circumstances. And after you see it, let me know in the comments what you think. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? I really want to know your thoughts, and I love the engagement. And as always, thanks for joining me in the bathroom. Come back for some more movie reviews.